So we started last time, chapter 4.3 on controlled operations, and we're going to continue with that today. We saw last time the C0 gate. We should know how that is defined. We had C0 on a control qubit and a target qubit, being the control doesn't change. And then we add the control into the target register mod 2. So again, the interpretation, if the control is 1, flip the target bit. We also had this as a CX gate. We could use that notation, and it's the same thing. So CX is equivalent to C0. And with this notation, we saw that we could define the controlled NOT gates in this way. So projector onto the 0 state, tensor identity. Again, if 0, do nothing, plus projector onto the 1 state, tensor X. Again, with the interpretation, if the control bit is 1, then flip the target bit. So two equivalent definitions of the C0 gate. And then this one allowed us to generalize the definition to any controlled operation. So we wrote that as a controlled U. And again, it's defined as 0, 0, tensor identity, plus 1, 1, tensor U. So this is our definition for any controlled single qubit operation U. And I didn't write it down last time, but you can see from the, what these projectors onto the 0 and 1 state are. So this would be 1, 0, 0, 0, tensor identity, plus 0, 0, 0, 1, tensor the gate U. And so you'll see I'll get one copy of the identity in the upper left block of the controlled U operation, and then one copy of whatever the single qubit unitary U is in the lower right block. So as a block matrix, you can always write this as identity 0, the 2 by 2 matrix 0, same thing here, and then the single qubit unitary U. This one is, I don't know, it's good to know, but I've seen with students, sometimes it can confuse you. You think that it's, for whatever reason, simpler than it is. So I would encourage you to just use this definition and this definition for the controlled unitary. This one is good if you ever want to do sort of see what it is as a matrix, but often that's overkill. You don't need to do 4 by 4 matrix multiplication. You can just sort of reason about what it is from these two definitions. And it's easier to start from here and get to this than to go the other way. So just consider this a note, and I would encourage you to use these first two definitions. We mentioned the C0, and we looked at that in a circuit last time, and we had the symbol that looks like this. So control, and then target qubits. And if you want to flip the control and the target, it's very obvious in the circuit diagram. You just do that. In the sort of mathematical notation, you can use subscripts to indicate that, and we discussed that last time.